Alright guys, so today I'm going to be showing you just how to effectively actually use a cavalry spam, as most people think it's just bring a shit ton of cavalry and use it. However, that is not the case. Often you don't want to do that. Having some infantry is almost always a good idea, because then you can bog them down with it and use your cavalry more effect. In this battle, if I remember, my general, I think at the time, yeah, I'm a melee general. This was me and friend Tyler playing. You'll actually see in the future, as most of these battles will be me and him together. So my army consists of some fire cavalry, 2 Great Guard units, and some Yar cavalry, and then some mounted gunners and some Naginata warrior monks with a Naginata warrior monk hero, as well as my general. Tyler's army had some just Naginata samurai, some Yari Ashigaru, and Tokida's Tanegashima. I don't know how to pronounce that. Probably one of the most overpowered units in the game. It's a matchlock unit. And then he has some good amount of cavalry as well, including bow cavalry, Yari cavalry, as well as a few hero units. That's pretty much, you want to have a good mix of cavalry if you're going to try and do something like this. Now, as you can see, our enemy goes to try and take the hill, which was actually a pretty good move. And they set up on top of the hill, and their cavalry came around to kind of prevent my advance. They had about 4 cavalry, which was pretty good. And I think his opponent actually had 4 or 5 cavalry as well. They had a lot more infantry, as you can see, than us, however, and I actually ran my mounted gunners up, and I got a good volley off on his general, getting about 9 of them left, and then pulled out. I didn't want to lose those guys. And we actually went and I set up my Naginatas at the front of the hill to prevent them from advancing forward, because I wanted to block off their movement and kind of contain them on the hill. Because, well, when you have a strong cavalry contingent, you really need to focus on basically controlling the map and the movement going on, as your advantage is your speed. So they're setting up, trying to face all directions, and he actually charged my buddy here, which was a bad move on their part, other than the downhill charge. I mean, I guess they had some good cavalry, but he outnumbered them, and he had a superior force. I don't know why he did that, to be honest. Well, my FPS is dropping since I'm recording. What? So that happened. And then he actually decided to charge out against me as well, and I split my cavalry into 2 different contingents, which split his 2 charging units, and I then crushed them on both sides. I flanked these guys, brought them in. They broke pretty damn fast, considering that's fire cavalry. And my Yari cavalry absorbed this charge, and I broke them, and then quickly moved off. Let's fast forward here. Quickly moved off and flanked into his side, and at this point they pretty much efficiently, other than those bow warrior monks, we pretty much efficiently wiped out their cavalry, which eliminated their mobility here. I don't know why they decided to move out into the forest as well. Here my mounted gunners actually unloading the side here. I think at this point they were doing pretty well. We kind of just let our infantry contingents just sit there while we micro. We didn't have to worry about that. Keep this bigger, help you guys see what's going on in the battle map. And myself, actually. Alright. Flanking around. Set up behind him. I think at this point, yeah, he just finished wiping everything off. He had his bow cavalry harassing them. We took as much time as we could to harass their army so we could move in quicker and more efficiently and just sweep. We didn't want to just blindly charge our guys in. And here I was trying to get my guys into this small gap and get those bow samurai, which I do believe I was successful with. I'm not 100% sure of this. No, I pulled out. So they're kind of just trying to micro keep our cavalry in front of them. How this is kind of hard to do, considering that we're much faster than them, and they put themselves on a hill, which basically just allowed us to circle around them. I forgot about my general, apparently, as he's just sitting back here. Oh, there, I started moving forward. So there's utter confusion in their ranks by this point. Bow cavalry are just circling. He's a bow general. No, it's not a bow general, he's a bow hero. So I'll just let this play out for a bit. I don't know if they just forgot that I had my mounted gunners here or what was going on, because I do believe they had over 100 kills by the end of the battle or something crazy like that. They're able to just sit here and unload for a good while. So it looks like this is after he'd moved in. Tyler started to move in and bog down their units, as they had a good amount of spears. We didn't want to charge our cavalry into melee if we couldn't pull out nice and easy and cleanly and quickly to kill them. And then I soon started to move my guys in after he started getting a foothold. And here's why I started to move in. I started to move my guys in. They were all kind of bogged down. A lot of forces here.
My lord, their general.
My guys moved up the field. We killed their general. And we started to bog down literally every single one of their units that we possibly could with infantry. And then we moved our cavalry around the flank, and we smashed them from behind, basically hammer and anvil effect. We use their infantry as the anvil, and that's why when you make a cavalry spam, you really do need something other than just cavalry, because it's hard to micro that many units, and if they have any spears, you really can't do anything about that. So here, this basically just becomes a slaughter. Except for those Nodachi, I think, got alone with my Nagda war monks. I do believe, yeah, my general charges into them or something like that.
A glorious victory will soon
and then
be
we sweep
yours.
them to the side. So we're able to just sweep across basically the entire thing, pinch them together, and wipe them out. And those guys are being a pain in the ass. And we sweep them. Mounted gunners just unloading. It was a pretty quick battle, if I remember. It was also very easy. I don't know why I said it was close, as it was not. But that's cavalry spam for you.